Et salut à tous, c'est l'euro 289. Et aujourd'hui on se retrouve sur le troisième opus chronologiquement de la saga Metal Gear Solid. Je parle évidemment de Peace Walker. Et quel est cet écran d'accueil extrêmement chelou. Oulala. Oula. Et je sais que c'est fait exprès. Donc voilà, on se retrouve sur Peace Walker, la suite de Portable Ops, que je ne vous résumerai pas parce que vous avez qu'à regarder dans un épisode. Mais avant de commencer, je vais quand même vous résumer ce qui s'est passé entre Portable Ops et Peace Walker, parce qu'il s'est passé énormément de choses. La prophétie d'Elisa, attends, c'est Elisa, ouais c'est Elisa je crois, et a partiellement commencé. C'est-à-dire que je parle bien évidemment des enfants terribles. Alors, donc, les enfants terribles. Donc, les enfants terribles, oui, faut que je me réveille un peu. Rappelez-vous, oui, de français donc. Rappelez-vous, c'est ceux qui détruiront le monde et sauveront le monde, voilà. Et donc, à la fin de Portable Ops, Ocelot et Major Zero parlaient et ils voulaient fonder les Patriotes, ou Cypher, vous comprendrez pourquoi je donne ce nom. Et donc, ce qui s'est passé, c'est que Big Boss les a donc rejoints, et ils ont voulu suivre les idéaux de The Boss, mais se sont complètement foirés. D'un côté, il y avait Major Zero qui voulait donc créer un monde sous la tutelle des États-Unis. En gros, tout le monde est dirigé par les États-Unis, donc un peu comme une dictature. Et d'autre côté, Big Boss qui voulait créer un monde, comme l'avait dit Jen, l'ennemi de Portable Ops, c'est-à-dire un monde, une nation pour les soldats. Où il faut leur propre mission, voilà. Mais malheureusement, ces deux hommes se sont embrouillés et Major Zero, ne voulant pas perdre le contrôle de Big Boss, a créé les enfants terribles, que vous comprendrez plus tard. Je ne spoilerai pas toute cette histoire. Et donc, Big Boss, en apprenant la supercherie, a décidé de quitter Foxhound et il va nous créer donc une nouvelle nation, le MSF, les militaires sans frontières. Oh là là. Entrez ton nom. C'est que c'est horrible comme bruit, hein. Ce nom te convient? Oui, c'est celui-ci de ma chaîne. Il me convient. Oula. Type tireur permet de contrôler la caméra avec la main droite. Cette configuration est similaire à celle de MGS4. Type action permet de contrôler la caméra avec la main gauche, comme dans MPO. Portable Ops? Je sais pas. Et type chasseur permet de contrôler la caméra avec la main gauche. Similaire à celle de la série Monster Hunter Freedom. Est-ce qu'on pourrait y changer? Ok, bon, c'est bizarre. Oui, mais comment ce jeu? Cela insérera les données du jeu indispensables sur le mémoristique. Ne pas retirer le mémoristique, ne pas... Oui, bon, c'est pour les sauvegardes, ok. Installation des données, système terminé. On commence ce jeu. Mais allez. Ensuite, on a installé les données pour installer les données du jeu sur la mémoristique. S'ajoute du son aux appels radio dans le jeu et réduit le temps de chargement. Pour supprimer les données installées, allez dans le jeu, données sauvegardées. Ok, j'ai pas trop compris. Une série... Plus le jeu sera rapide. Ouais, une configuration complète, hein. Attends. L'installation prendra entre 14 et 18 minutes. Il est recommandé d'exécuter l'installation avec la... Hein? Il me fait quoi, là? C'est bon! 99%. 100%. Merci. Installation des données terminée. Ouf, merci. Allez, on commence. Ok. Le jeu sauvegarde automatiquement votre progression à certains endroits. Ne pas retirer le machin, ça. Faut pas sauvegarder automatiquement, c'est dommage. Et ici, le fichier sauvegarde créé, ne pas retirer le mémoristique. Bon, j'ai compris qu'il fallait pas retirer le mémoristique, mais moi c'est un émulateur, donc du coup, il n'y aura pas de problème. Ce jeu utilise une option d'installation donnée, le retrait de mémoire. On commence. C'était en 1964. Le monde était en pleine guerre froide entre l'Est et l'Ouest. Une femme héroïne des Américains est passée à l'Est. Donc The Boss. Le son est dégueulasse. Est-ce normal? Elle était connue sous le nom de The Boss. Elle avait créé les forces spéciales et on disait que les Alliés lui devaient leur victoire en 1945. Mais l'ogive nucléaire militarisée de fabrication américaine qu'elle avait emportée servit à détruire un centre de recherche russe. Donc lancé par Volgin, hein, rappelez-vous. Et apparemment, il n'aurait pas lancé délibérément. Face au risque de guerre nucléaire totale, les deux superpuissances tinrent des négociations secrètes pour empêcher la fin du monde. L'Union soviétique voulait la preuve que l'oncle Sam n'était pas impliqué. Il voulait que les Américains éliminent eux-mêmes The Boss, une de leurs figures de légende. Donc avec Naked Snake. Oui, moi je vous rajoute des petits détails, mais je parie qu'ils vont les expliquer après. Oh, le son. L'homme chargé de cette mission avait été son élève le plus proche, un certain Snake. Snake fit le dangereux voyage jusqu'à une forteresse ennemie du nom de Groznyj-Grad, où il affrontera The Boss avant de la liquider, prouvant par là que l'Amérique n'était pas impliquée et évitant une holocauste nucléaire. Ayant sauvé le monde, Snake fut salué en héros et se vit attribuer le titre de Big Boss. Il résume pas Portable Ops? Non, Portable Ops on s'en fout, c'est ça? Ok. Mais après la cérémonie, Snake disparut. Oui, pendant 6 ans, puis après il s'est fait enlever et tout ça, il y a eu Portable Ops et tout ça. Et puis après il y a eu Cypher et tout ça. Enfin, les patriotes.
Boss, wanna go around?
C'est quoi cette putain de cicatrice que j'ai? Oula. Comment je fais pour bouger?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking, and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the camera buttons. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good!
Ouais.
You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
Comment je fais pour bouger? Ah, ok. Ok, c'est un peu bizarre.
All right, we'll go over up and down with the camera buttons one more
Mais
time.
c'est bon.
Look up. Good. Look down.
C'est bon, j'ai compris, gars.
Good. You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons.
Oui, voilà.
Press the action button if you're ready to move
Action,
on.
c'est quoi? Mais non, mais nique-toi. Donc c'est ça, action.
Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right.
C'est sérieux?
Look right. Good. Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move
C'est bien
on.
ce petit didacticiel, j'aime bien.
Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options. Go with the method that works best for you.
Ok.
Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down.
Oula.
I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Mais c'est nul!
Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the analog stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt it further to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling.
What?
Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the attack button while running. You got that? Tap the attack button while running! Don't forget it!
Ah, attends, ça veut dire que... attendez, j'aurais pas du tout à... oui, je ferai changer les touches.
Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick.
Ah, ok. C'est bon, j'ai compris.
That's it!
Changer les touches.
Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Donc c'est QC quoi.
Impressive, boss!
Faut que je change les touches.
Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Ok.
That is incorrect, boss! Boss, please press the attack button while holding down the aim button.
Non.
That is incorrect, boss!
Putain, j'arrive pas encore à m'habituer à la caméra. Ah!
Fine work, boss!
J'ai compris.
Now we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the analog stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent.
Il y a un chat là-bas. Attends, il y a un chat.
I'm ready, boss.
Attends, il y a un chat. Il y a un chat. Non, mais il y a un chat. Excuse me. Donc.
I'll explain it again.
Non.
To do this, position yourself
Oui.
near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the analog stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go.
I'm ready,
Ouais,
boss.
j'ai compris que t'étais prêt, boss. Non.
That is incorrect, boss. Boss, you have to press the attack button as you tilt the analog stick.
En appuyant. Non, je comprends pas.
Ah, time to move on. Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent.
J'arrive pas, en fait.
close to you. This is a cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin.
Mais attends, j'ai laissé.
To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready,
Mais c'est pas du tout ce que je voulais faire. Ah ok, ça, donc ça c'est...
That is incorrect, boss.
Ok, j'ai compris. Ça j'ai réussi.
Fine work, boss. Start talking. Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them.
Ok.
To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the analog stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
C'est un peu le bordel les touches, hein. Wow.
Impressive,
Ouais.
boss. Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then tilt the analog stick to throw them. By tilting the analog stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
J'aimerais juste changer les touches.
That is incorrect, boss!
Et ça c'est pas bon?
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Tilt the analog stick while restraining the opponent, boss! That is incorrect, boss!
C'est bon ça?
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss!
Mais je comprends pas.
I'll explain it again. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then tilt the analog stick to throw them. By tilting the analog stick to other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your
Okay.
opponent. Go.
I'm ready, boss.
Ok.
Fine work, boss.
Je peux
Again,
changer les touches?
go.
I'm ready, boss.
Ouais, après, je changerai après. Merde.
That is incorrect, boss.
Voilà.
Fine work,
Ça c'est juste les
boss.
touches, je me suis trompé de stick.
All
Ils
right.
sont échangés.
Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
Ok.
I'm ready, boss.
Alright, les boss, alright, les boss. Comme ça?
Fantastic! Again!
J'avoue que c'est stylé. Ouais, c'est très boss, ouais. Là, comme ça, t'aimes?
Fantastic! And stop!
Ok,
That's it for today.
thank you.
Thank you, boss.
C'était marrant. Bon tutoriel. Maintenant, faut changer les touches.
Snake!
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Here.
Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee. So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua? No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash? I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S. And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the militaires sans frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The governments agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do. Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right? Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't going to do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh, thank God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Intriguant tout ça. Intriguant. Paz et Galvez. Ils vont être importants. Je le sens. Surtout Paz.
Snake. I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the analog stick to move. Use the directional buttons to change views. There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. To choose your weapon, hold the R button and press the square or circle buttons. Press the triangle button to aim your weapon. To use the weapon, press the triangle button while aiming. To stop aiming your weapon, press the square button.
Oula.
How about a little shooting practice?
Ça c'est chargement, ouais. Ah, ok. Ça va être chaud, je sens. Faut que je change de touche déjà.
That's it.
Alors faut que je m'habitue aux touches que j'ai malheureusement mises comme ça.
To choose an item to use, hold the L button and press the square or circle buttons. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu. The M16's a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire. To use a stun rod after equipping it, ready it with the triangle button.
Ah oui.
Then press the triangle button again.
Et c'est quoi ça? Putain, ouais, je changerai les touches dans un prochain... Ne vous inquiétez pas dans le prochain épisode.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Ah, sympatoche. Donc, je vais faire quoi? Infiltre le complexe. Donc, alors, ce que j'ai compris, c'est qu'une demande d'infiltrer un complexe des prisonniers de Porto Alba où a été emprisonné et obtient des informations. Ou pas, elle a été emprisonnée sur les bases de groupes armés qui occupent Costa Rica. Ok.
The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. To ready a throwing type weapon, press the triangle button. To use a throwing weapon, ready it and press the triangle button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button.
Alors oui, je reprends ici, après quelques petites erreurs.
Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. To ready a throwing type weapon, press the triangle button. To use a throwing weapon, ready it and press the triangle button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate.
Bon, ok. J'arrive plus trop là. S'il vous plaît, aidez-moi.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, guys. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that codename you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss.
What?
or loyalty?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent.
Ideology? Feelings?
The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
Les gars, je dois régler un problème de touche, sinon je vais pas pouvoir jouer. Ça va être un gros bordel ça.
This is a sneaking mission.
Donc, j'ai changé les touches, logiquement ça devrait le faire.
Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you. To press up against a wall, face it and hit the action button. From that position, you can press the L button to detect enemies. This also works while lying down.
Donc c'est bon. Logiquement c'est bon. Enfin.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Ouais, faire très attention, j'ai compris.
The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
C'est que je suis pas ce que tu racontes, Kaz.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Ouais, la Mother Base, ça va être pas mal.
Make your way east.
Pas mal. Donc faut aller là-bas, j'imagine. L'est, L'ouest c'est là-bas, donc là, l'est c'est là. Ouais, c'est là. Ah, c'est quoi? C'est chelou ça. Donc je vois que l'écran est un peu bizarre, mais bon. Il est pas totalement... Enfin, ça dépasse un peu. C'est pas grave. Donc, on doit infiltrer, donc... apparemment, la CIA... Enfin... voudrait pas qu'on infiltre... Enfin, qu'on coupe en deux cette zone. Donc, pour faire... Ils sont encore dans le principe qu'ils veulent faire continuer la guerre froide, je crois bien. Alors, c'est un peu bizarre. Enfin, je repasse à la cinématique. Et en gros, on doit essayer de sauver... d'un côté, il y a Paz qui a retrouvé le message avec The Boss, donc c'est bizarre. Donc, faut pas comprendre. Hein. Pour l'instant, on sait pas. Et de l'autre côté, ben, il y a la CIA qui veut encore nous faire perdre et qui a envahi cette zone, donc. Et eux, les autres font une petite révolution. Ils veulent essayer de gagner. Enfin, de gagner la guerre froide, et la CIA veut continuer la guerre froide, donc c'est comme dans Portable Ops. Sauf qu'il y a cette histoire de The Boss, c'est un peu chelou. Et qu'est-ce qu'on peut dire d'autre? Ben, faudra que je repasse les cinématiques, j'ai pas tout pigé. C'est bizarre comment il avance. Hein.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Hein?
I know I saw something.
Donc il y a tout le truc d'Hideo Kojima qui se met en place. Ah voilà. Ouf. Ok, je commence à comprendre un peu les touches. C'est dommage qu'on peut pas récolter de... Enfin, amener les gens dans ta base.
Enemy attack. We're being shot at. Going to alert status.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed with extra caution.
Somebody. He's here. We're under attack.
Understood. Eliminate all hostiles.
Bon.
No use, boss. Security's too tight. There's no way you can charge it now. Shake those guys first.
Hey. He's here. We're under attack.
Quoi, c'est bon, ils sont tous endormis? Mais je dois aller où?
You're looking for a two-story building to the east.
Ah, là? Ok. Bon, j'aurais pu faire ça plus discrètement, j'avoue.
Yes, sir, we broke him. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged.
DJ Gonzalez 6014 into secure target 500.
Spears are loaded. The barge is cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Freeze! The cargo, where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
DJ Gonzalez 6014 into secure target 500.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo Spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Ah, stylé! Ah là là, c'était stylé ça! Là, c'était stylé cette scène. Bon. Le son est dégueulasse, c'est normal. Rang B. Ok, bon bah ça me va. Temps 10 minutes, tuer 0, phase d'alerte. Bon, ok, c'est la phase d'alerte qui m'a fait tout perdre. Et ils mettent des rangs comme ça à chaque mission, ça c'est bien par contre. Donc léorisme plus 4, donc j'ai 4 léorisme. Statistique de la mission, ça me fait... Ouais, c'est... Les phases d'alerte en fait. Bonus séquence cinématique. Hein? Tu veux dire qu'il y avait d'autres cinématiques? Oh well. Plan obtenu pour les armes, objet suivant, machin. Plan obtenu pour les armes.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. It looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Le son est dégueulasse, je ne sais pas pourquoi. Je sais pas, je réglerai ça. De toute façon, vous aurez sans doute une autre cinématique, enfin, j'oserais améliorer le son, mais c'était dégueulasse. Bienvenue sur la Mother Base des MSF. Mother Base peut aider de bien des façons dans des missions de développement de nouvelles armes ou renseignements. Donc, comme dans Metal Gear Solid 5 que nous découvrirons plus tard. Voir la liste. Donc ça c'est les sauvegardes. Et ça c'est secteur de mission. Veux-tu voir le didacticiel de l'enseignement du personnel? Allez, ok, on fait ça puis après on arrête. Mother Base est divisé en plusieurs équipes, telles qu'unités de combat, ouais, donc R&D ou zone d'attente. En repartant ton personnel dans les différentes équipes et en augmentant le niveau des équipes, tu pourras développer de nouvelles armes et de nouveaux équipements. Choisis la zone d'attente pour que ton personnel soit en partie en fonction de ses aptitudes. La clé pour faire prospérer la Mother Base est de recruter du personnel de qualité et de le signer à la bonne escient. Ça termine notre didacticiel. Et comment je fais pour en recruter? Ok, donc c'est bon. Ça c'est quoi ça? Joue en partie contre d'autres joueurs. Développer des armes. Ok. Voici les didacticiels sur comment développer des armes. Ok, je veux bien voir ça. À Mother Base, tu peux développer de nouvelles armes et de nouveaux équipements pour tes missions. Ces icônes indiquent que tu es prêt à commencer et développer des armes et des objets. Cependant, tu auras besoin de dépenses non de PM indiquées. Ouais. Cependant, si tu as cours de PM, le développement de matériel sera stoppé. Les armes et les équipements puissants feront des missions difficiles plus faciles. Ceci termine la didacticiel, ok. Il vaut 240. Allez. Je commence, hein. De toute façon, ça, pour l'instant, ça me coûte pas grand chose. Et donc ça on s'en fout. Donc là on a pour sauvegarder, là on a pour continuer. Mais on ne va pas continuer tout de suite. Et donc sur ce je vous dis salut à tous, c'était numéro 289. On se revoit prochainement pour une nouvelle vidéo sur ce jeu. Je pense qu'il va être bien. Il faut le rusher, donc vous avez vu que ma scène d'action, bien évidemment, je l'ai fait un peu n'importe comment. Mais dans les prochaines j'essaierai de m'appliquer. Parce que je sais que dans Metal Gear Solid 5 je vais m'appliquer. Vu que j'adore, les touches sont bien pratiques et tout ça. Enfin j'adore ce jeu. En tout cas, j'ai essayé de m'améliorer. Je vous dis salut à tous, c'était numéro 200. Je vous dis salut à tous, c'était numéro 299. Je le dis tellement de fois que j'en peux plus. Et on se retrouvera prochainement pour une nouvelle vidéo. Et salut à tous!